Right, so today we're going to go over how to safely install a Flex 500 connector on both the new style and the old style 4-piece fittings. Safety wise, you're going to need your gloves, safety glasses. For your hand tools, you're going to need a pair of cutters. There's Flex 500 cutters. You can use either 2 larger pairs of pliers or 2 large wrenches, or a combination of either or, and you're going to need a prep tool. You're going to get suited up and go over how to install these connectors. Right, so we're going to go over how to prep and install both of these fittings. The new fitting will probably be more common going forward, but we'll go over both of these. So the first thing you want to do is insert the cable into your prep tool with the arrow pointing forward and just give it a little spin. That should prep the cable, very similar to, say, a RG11. Peel these ends off. Sometimes it helps to have pliers. And that took the end off, so now we will just kind of prep the second cut there. So that gives us a nice clean area to work with, and just like an RG11 and or an RG6, kind of prep that back. Take the bottom bit, you're going to insert it into the thing. Near the fitting, there is a line in there in which you continue to put pressure on until you're very nice and flush with the bottom of that. The only real important thing to note with this particular one is once you insert this, you want to spin the bottom portion and not the top portion, as to not sort of score the cable inside. So you get that nice and snug. And then with your additional tools, you can hold the top and spin the bottom portion until that O-ring essentially disappears. There's a weather O-ring in here. And that O-ring is gone, so you know it's proper tightness. And that's pretty much it for these. These ones are very easy. The 4-piece will be a little bit more difficult, so we'll go over that one next. So now we'll go over how to install the old style connector, the 4-piece. A little bit more difficult, a couple more steps, but all in all not too bad. So same as the first one, we are going to take and prep the cable. This one we would like a little bit longer of a stinger, and I'll show you why here in just a bit. So a little bit longer stinger. Just gotta pull it off here. Sometimes it likes to make a mess on you. There we go. Got a little bit of a mess with that there, but same idea in terms of getting it prepped, just a little bit longer stinger. We get this part cleaned up, and then we'll show you what to do next. So one other tool I forgot to mention we would need would be just a regular pair of snips. Show you why. So the first thing is there's lines located on the fitting to kind of indicate the distance that you would like your stinger to be. So what I do is I take this, set it on the shoulder of the cable, and gives yourself an idea of where to cut. So we're going to cut just a little bit off here, right about there. It lines up with our line there. So now this part, very important, goes on first. This is the difficult part, as difficult as it's gonna get. If you look inside of this fitting, there's a little shoulder about 2/3 of the way up. That is where you would like your dielectric to sit. So you're going to, just like the other fittings, get it started. You're gonna press until you have it at that shoulder, which in this particular case was pretty easy. At that point, we would tighten this. Again, just like the new style connector, you want to spin the bottom bit and not that, because that would tear into the jacket of the cable. So what I like to do with my kind of bigger, more unwieldy sort of wrench is hold that portion. And with this, we will twist until, again, there's an O-ring in here that you'll see. And as long as that O-ring is gone, then this is properly protected against weather. And there. Now, there's one other notable part, and that is this stinger. So there's, I believe this is called the baff and the stinger. Same deal as that. There's a little shoulder on here, or a little mark here. You place it on the shoulder, put that on. This part goes in. And same as the other bits, you would like to make sure that O-ring is gone. A lot of times you can just hold this. This part's not. And just for final tightening purposes. Give it a little half twist. And then we're ready for the sort of the baff part. And the baff is essentially what connects to your regular cable. And put that on. There is some debate on whether or not it gets wrapped in a sort of bishop tape at this point or not, but that kind of depends on what the current procedures are. But as far as that goes, we got ourselves two different styles of Flex 500 connectors, both put on properly and safely. This is just meant to be a quick reference, so if you're in the field and maybe haven't done one in a while, you could reference this video, and that would get you started, or at least give you a quick refresher, some quick pointers if you're in need. Thanks for watching.